staying relevant is very important in finance because you can't get a job by just learning what a theoretical concept is without knowing what the practical implications are. So during my time in school, when we had to choose between commerce and science, I chose commerce because I wanted to pursue a career in finance. And I had two options, either to pursue a chartered accountancy course or an MBA. So I realized that CA was not my cup of tea, so I wanted to pursue a career with MBA. I then went on to do my bachelor's in commerce from MOP Vaishnav with specializing in accounting and finance. After my bachelor's, I realized that I needed some corporate exposure and that lifestyle to understand and take some learnings from the corporate to my MBA. So I worked at Grant Thornton for 3 years as a tax consultant. In tax, I was specific to corporate tax and only in the Indian landscape. So I wanted to widen my horizon in finance, learn about the various other functions in finance for a business as a whole, and how a company would require finance as a critical part in itself. So I realized that MBA would give me that and not anything else. So I chose to do an MBA at Great Lakes. So as I mentioned that I had 3 years of prior work experience at Grant Thornton, I wanted something which would accelerate my program, and the 2 years seemed like a long period of time. And Great Lakes has a very strong analytics field. So considering that the industry is moving towards data analytics, big data, I needed to have something allied to finance which would be industry ready. So Great Lakes was perfect for a culmination of both finance and analytics and would give me great insights on both. So I chose Great Lakes for my 1-year MBA.
I feel my options are broadened post my MBA. I feel I could easily move within my domain or change my domain, and it was possible only because of an MBA from a top tier school like Great Lakes. I feel my perception on things have become more meaningful and insightful and more holistic, and the approach is much more strategic in nature, and that is possible only because of all the experiences that I gained in Great Lakes. I feel the networking options actually help me a lot in learning skills that will take me a long way in the career, and the skills that are required for the corporate jobs are not only taught but are made to put to use during the 1-year course at MBA. And the jobs that we get after MBA are much more rewarding and are more aligned to our passions and interests.
So initially, I think it's very important to do your research before you come into this field and even into Great Lakes, because you should know what you want to get into, and you should be sure you want to get into finance, because over here all the subjects would be new and very technical. So I think it's very important to be ready to absorb all the technical, theoretical concepts which are going to be taught in class. So it's important that you do your readings prior and do more research. So with finance, you have to be a bit more research oriented. The finance industry as such itself is evolving constantly with so many changes coming up. I think it's important for us to be ready to read constantly with the news updates, with how the stock markets are moving, what are the various corporate changes happening through a finance perspective. So getting insights from research journals are very, very critical, and staying updated. Faculty members provide excellent knowledge with their theoretical concepts, but applying that in the practical field is equally important. So I think staying relevant is very important in finance because you can't get a job by just learning what a theoretical concept is without knowing what the practical implications are.
The subjects that are offered for finance at Great Lakes are very unique and very special, and when combined with the subjects from other domains makes it a much more enriched learning experience for students who pursue finance specialization. The faculty are not only industry experts, but they are associated with Great Lakes for a long period of time. They understand what the students require and adjust the course according to our requirements. Subjects like option future, derivatives and financial risk management were really helpful for cracking the technical interviews, and subjects like managing personal investments and experiential trading were not only useful for our jobs but also useful for managing our personal finances post-MBA.